And we are live. Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday and enjoying the weather in the afternoon here in Napa. In Idaho here, we are it's getting warmer, but the mornings have been really freezing, just reminding us all that it is still winter and it's not over yet. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is TJ, and I'm the Chief Cleaning Officer here at Meticulous Man Services. So, welcome. We go ahead and do these live videos. Typically, we do them every Friday, typically between 4 and 5 o'clock, somewhere in that neighborhood. So, welcome. Hopefully, you're able to watch this live and learn a little bit, maybe laugh, hopefully not cry, but if you do, hopefully it's tears of joy. So let's go ahead and kind of dive into what I wanted to talk about today. And my question I wanted to pose out there is, are you cleaning, sanitizing, or disinfecting your home? And I think that with what's going on right now with the virus that shall not be named right now, there's a lot of concern about making sure you're maintaining the health quality of your home. And as much as you can, because that's probably the only place you really can control it, actually, versus you really can't do anything about what other places are doing and whether they're actually doing what they should be when they say that they're disinfecting. I wanted to help to teach you today what that really means, because these other places may not be doing that, honestly. Most people don't understand. Unfortunately, one of the things that happens a lot around cleaning is that the words disinfectant and sanitize are just thrown out there like candy. And truth is, most people, again, they don't understand what those terms mean. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. So the first one is cleaning. Now, what does it mean to clean? From a technical definition, cleaning is just simply taking care of the visible dirt, grime, and dust around on a surface. So if you can see it and we can remove it, we call that cleaning. That's just generalized cleaning. And that's good. You should be making sure that your home is being cleaned on a regular basis and you're taking care of all that surface gunk and getting it out there and just not letting it rest, because if you do, then you start to invite, bacteria and other organisms to grow, because it's like leaving food out on the counter for them, not for you or your pets. And so I want to make sure that you're understanding it's a good thing to clean, and we should be doing that. The second thing we're going to talk about is sanitizing. So what exactly is sanitizing? What does it mean to do that? Well, basically, in order for something to be considered sanitized, you have to kill 99.99% of the bacteria on a surface. Now, something that most people don't understand is that unless it states otherwise, when you sanitize, it does nothing for viruses or fungus. So when you're killing that on your surface, you're really just taking care of bacteria. So I could be doing this wrong because, when you're live, you're like, oops, I forgot to look that one up. But I'm trying to remember, I think E. coli is a bacteria versus a virus, as far as I know. E. coli is a bacteria. So something like that for E. coli infection, sanitizing is a good solution to take care of that. But understand, if you're looking at it and going, okay, what does that mean to kill 99.9% of the bacteria? Say there's 1 million particles of bacteria on a surface and you're using a sanitizer, this is going to kill all but 1,000 of them. So it really reduces them down to what we would consider a safe level. But it doesn't eliminate all of them. That's what sanitizing is. And so when you're getting those sanitizing, wow, some words are just fun, aren't they? When you get these wipes that are supposed to just sanitize, understand that with the virus that shall not be named, it's not going to touch that. You're still going to be dealing with this. So that leads us to, and again, let me explain, cleaning is a good thing. You should be doing that, taking care of the visible dirt, grime, dust, things that you see. Sanitizing is a very good thing too, especially in the kitchen when you're cooking and you want to make sure that you're keeping the bacteria off the counters so that you can cook safely and not spread bacteria to your family or to friends, whoever you're cooking for. Excellent. The third one here is disinfecting, and this is what people are like going crazy over. So disinfecting kills 100% of the bacteria, the fungus, and the virus that the product is classified, or not classified, that the product says that it can kill. Not all of them can destroy all our viruses. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. So you want to make sure you're looking at the labels of these things. A lot of people just simply grab like the Clorox bleach and think that, okay, I'll do this real quick and I'll get it taken care of and I'm safe. Not necessarily. So the problem is, or the misunderstanding with disinfectants is this thing called dwell time. And what dwell time is literally is it's the amount of time that it stays on contact with the surface. And this varies from product to product. Some of the stuff out there, I think the lowest you can find is 30 seconds. But you'll want to make sure you're reading the instructions, because typically not only is it 30 seconds, but it must maintain 30 seconds of being wet. So whatever surface you're trying to disinfect, you want to make sure it has that product, whatever you're using, on it for a minimum of 30 seconds. Otherwise, it's not guaranteed to have killed the 100% that you're trying to get there, or at least really super close to it. So make sure you're understanding what the product you're using kills, what viruses, bacteria it'll actually eliminate, and two, what its dwell time is. Another thing to make sure you're looking out for is, does it have a high alcohol content in its base, so that when you spray it on or you apply it with a wipe, if it's mainly alcohol, typically it's going to evaporate before it's had a chance to actually reach that dwell time. So the more alcohol in your disinfectant, the more you're going to have to keep putting it on there in order to actually achieve the true disinfectant. The other thing you want to make sure you're watching out for is you want to make sure you're cleaning that surface before you go ahead and either sanitize or disinfect. You can't, unless the product states, there may be some out there that can do this, but most are going to tell you, make sure you clean it first before you either sanitize or disinfect, because otherwise it just doesn't seem to work. And I think that has to do with all the other gunk that's on there, and it doesn't seem to have the same effect. So just so you're aware of that. To give you an idea what we use around here, this is what we use in our homes. It's the Spartan's GS Neutral Disinfectant Cleaner. This here requires a dwell time of 10 minutes. So when we clean off, we use this for cleaning, but we can also use it to disinfect. And what we would do there is, again, like I was saying, we'll go ahead and clean the countertops, whatever surface we're looking at, and then we'll go ahead and spray it and leave it there for 10 minutes. And if you get a good layer of this stuff will stay on there for a good 10 minutes before it starts to get dry. So that's one area. The other thing we use is Spartan's, it's called NABC. It's a non-acid-based cleaner and disinfectant. So, and ours are all concentrate, so we can dilute them to whatever need we have. But again, this one here has a 10-minute dwell time. So in order for it to, so we do utilize disinfectants in all of our home and cleaning that we do for you guys. Another product that we've got some small amounts for certain applications. It's this Purell. You've heard of Purell. They make the hand sanitizer and those gels. They also have this. It's a food service surface sanitizer. Food services surface sanitizer. Wow. I love words that make me get tongue-tied. So this says it's effective against the norovirus. So the normal flu that we get, that's a good thing. It takes care of that. But this one here is a 30-second dwell time. So what we can do with this is, if we're in your home and we've got your touch points that we really need to make sure we're getting taken care of, we can spray this on most of those, and it will stay there for the full 30 seconds, and we'll get you taken care of and make sure that that is sanitized, disinfected for you. See, even I can make mistakes. But just make sure, as you guys are going around and everybody's like in this huge panic and stuff, make sure that when you're wanting to take care of you and your family, that you understand the differences here and you don't get duped by people telling you, oh, just wipe and go. Not always. Make sure you're, one, reading the labels on the products you're using. You understand what it can combat, what viruses, bacteria, things that you're wanting to prevent from spreading in your home, does this actually address that? And two, what is the dwell time? How long do you have to make sure it stays on there wet in order to get the effect that you're trying to get for your family to protect them? So I hope that this has been helpful, educational, and you have been enlightened with this knowledge so that when you're out talking to people, you can feel more up to date and knowing what's going on, you know, because I don't know, that's just one of the things as a cleaning business owner that those of us that are trying to really do a great job and grow our businesses, we're really big on making sure we understand what's going on in the industry, that we understand these terms, and that we are doing our best to explain that to our customers and even those who may not ever be our customer, because we want to make sure we're educating people so that they have a better grasp of the definitions and terminologies, which I'm pretty sure that's kind of redundant. So, hey, woohoo, go me. But I just want to make sure you guys are getting the right information. So if you have any questions, if this did not quite make sense to you, or it opened up a whole nother can of worms and you're like, what about this? I would love to answer that for you. You can go ahead and leave your questions, comments in the comments section. Rude remarks, go ahead and put those in there if you really feel you have to. I have got pretty decent, tough skin, so I can take it. But in the future, if there's any subjects, any things you are wanting me to talk about, I'd love to get your input. So go ahead and let us know in the comment section. Until next week, I hope you and your family stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy whatever weather you are blessed with. Take care, and we'll talk to you next week.